divided into three categories. The first one gradient, second divergent, third curl. And in the first case gradient, we have taken certain important definitions and entered into different types of problems. So the main important thing is nothing but directional derivative. In the case of gradient, it is the product of unit vector and gradient. That product is nothing but it is directional derivative. It shows how much the amount of displacement. So based on that, now today we are going to enter into some other problems. So almost time is crossed here. So better we start our problems. Nothing to worry, so that they can enter into your classes. So as per your last class homework, I have given a problem to find out the directional derivative. Its right answer is 14 divided by root 17. I think most of the candidates, they got the same answer. Okay, now you enter into the next continuation problem. Okay, చూద్దాం వాళ్ళే వస్తారు. Find the directional derivative. Find the directional derivative of del dot del phi. Find the directional derivative of del dot del phi at the point 1 minus 2 1 1 minus 2 1 in the direction of normal to the surface, normal to the surface. So expression is given xy square z, it is equal to 3x plus z square. 3x plus z square, where phi that is equal to 2x cube y square z power 4. So they are asking to find out the directional derivative of del dot del phi at the point 1 minus 2 1 in the direction of normal to the surface xy square z equal to 3x plus z square. So here phi is given. So in order to calculate the directional derivative, remember that definitely we require two. One is scalar and another is nothing but vector. So first you focus on your given problem. Asking to calculate a directional derivative of del dot del phi. So in order to get that particular simplification, I'm just starting with let that del dot del phi, I'm supposing it is g, some g that is equal to del dot del phi, that I'm introducing g. So here, as per the definition of del, we have a formula I dou by dou x plus j dou by dou y plus k dou by dou z. This is only definition of del. It is dot product with del phi. Del phi can be taken as I dou phi by dou x plus j dou phi by dou y plus k dou phi by dou z. This is the general principle. Now you are just taking the dot product between these two. Remember, whenever you are taking the dot product, I should be multiplied by I. Similarly, j to j, k to k. The remaining all the combinations are nothing but zeros. So I into I dot I is nothing but I square, that becomes 1. So dou by dou x into dou phi by dou x, that I can directly write here. It is dou square phi by dou x square. That is the meaning. Similarly, j to j, so dou square phi by dou y square. Similarly, dou square phi by dou z square. So just you are making the simplification and getting your g value like this. Now we need to calculate the simplification of this. What is the meaning of dou square phi by dou x square? I can write it as dou by dou x of inside dou phi by dou x. So what is the phi? Already they have given phi is 2x cube y square z power 4. So dou phi by dou x means it is 6 x square y square z power 4. Directly I am writing here. Plus similarly dou by dou y of inside you can write dou phi by dou y. Dou phi by dou y differentiation with respect to y. So it becomes 4 x cube y z power 4. Similarly plus dou by dou z of dou phi by dou z with respect to z variable, so that I can write 8 x cube y square, it becomes z cube. Just directly you are making the differentiation. Now you write down dou by dou x of this value. So with respect to x only, so that becomes 12x y square z power 4. Similarly, dou by dou y of this, it becomes 4x cube z power 4. Similarly, plus dou by dou z of this value. So with respect to z variable, that becomes 24 x cube y square z square. So this is about your final g simplification, which is nothing but del dot del phi. So after getting this del dot del phi, our main problem is nothing but directional derivative of this del dot del phi. That means you need to calculate directional derivative for g. So when g is given, is it scalar or vector g? You just look on to the simplification of g. Is it scalar or vector? Del dot del phi in simplify chesanu. Are you getting a vector or scalar? Is voice is clear to you?
Scalar.
So it is nothing but a scalar because there is no ijk terms. So here the problem is they have given the scalar now at present. Now we need to calculate directional derivative for g. So in order to get that one, as per our directional derivative, whatever may be the scalar they are giving, you are calculating gradient first. So you find out gradient of దేనికైతే find out చేయమన్నారో దానికి అంటే gradient of g, which is nothing but del g. The definition is I dou g by dou x plus j dou g by dou y plus k dou g by dou z. Now you directly find out its differentiation. I dou g by dou x, complete g, you are taking the differentiation with respect to x variable. So differentiation with respect to x ante first దాంట్లో ఏమవుతుంది 12 y square z power 4. ఇక్కడ x టర్మ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా ఉంది ప్లస్ 12 x square z power 4. ఇక్కడ కూడా x ఉంది ప్లస్ 24 into ఇది 3 తోటి అంటే you are getting 72 x square y square z square. This is about only I. Similarly plus j dou g by dou y with respect to y variable you are making differentiation. So that becomes 24 x y z power 4 and there is no y term in the second, and the last is plus 48 x cube y z square. This is about with respect to y. Similarly plus k into dou g by dou z with respect to z. So first term 48 xy square z cube. Similarly second term plus it becomes 16 x cube z cube. Similarly last term plus it is 48 x cube y square z. So this is the differentiation corresponding to the given expression. So asking directional derivative at the point 1 minus 2 1. So you substitute that point so that you can make easy simplification. So at the point so 1 minus 2 1. So you are getting gradient of g. So directly I am writing here I into substitute x value 1, y value minus 2, z value 1. So 12 y square z power 4. Y square means 4. So 12 into 4 48. So directly you are getting 48 and 12 x square z power 4. You will get, just I am substituting the value 12 plus 72 x square means 1, y square is 4, z square is 1. So 4 into 72. ఎంతమ్మా 4 into 72 ఎంత
88.
288. Okay, 288. Similarly, plus j coming to this 24xy, y value minus 2. So minus 2 and here you are getting minus 48 plus 48 x cube and 1, y value minus 2, z square and 1 and minus. So 48 it should be multiplied by 4. 192 amma 192 and plus k. So here you are getting x y square and 4. So 4 into 48 192 and plus this becomes 16 x cube z cube is nothing but 16 and plus 48 x cube value 1, y square is 4, z value is 1. So 4 192. So totally this is your value. Now you can just make the simplification. So what is the answer you are getting? If add cheste enta ostundamma? Are you getting 348 into I? Is it correct? You just verify your answer. And this is correct ena chudandi.
Yes, 348I.
Similarly,
minus 240.
minus 2
240j.
240j. Similarly, what about the last
Plus
one?
400. Plus
400.
400.
Right. So here it is 400k. This is nothing but at that particular point gradient value. Now till now we calculated only the gradient. Now in order to get the directional derivative, we require the next thing is nothing but a vector. So is there any vector they have given? First one is over in the direction normal to the surface. Instead of giving vector, they have given again a scalar. So here we need to convert that scalar here. So if scalar into vector means I need to convert that one. So I'm supposing that scalar, I'm just supposing it as some f. So f equal to what they have given, that is nothing but x y square z, x y square z, and that you are taking to the left side minus 3x minus z square. So this you need to convert into vector. So therefore directly you are calculating gradient of f, which is nothing but del f to get your vector. So I dou f by dou x plus j dou f by dou y plus k dou f by dou z.
Sir,
Amma.
sir, ఇంత ముందు జేలో మనం 48 into -2 -96 but -192 అని రాసాం సార్ in J.
Okay, J term actually 48 x cube value 1, y value minus ఏ ఉంది కదా మరి.
ఓకే సార్ బట్ 192 అని రాసాం మనం 4 into 4 చేసాం into 2 కదా -96 వస్తుంది.
Okay, right. ఇక్కడ మిస్ అయిందా, రైట్. So 48 into 2 only 96 you are getting. So ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇది చేంజ్ అవుతుందాం, right. So here if I get 96, correct, 96. So 96 48 how much you are getting? 144 kada.
144.
Right, 144, right. Now you go for the next one. I dou f by dou x directly differentiation with respect to x. So first one y square z minus 3 plus j dou f by dou y, it is 2xyz plus k dou f by dou z. So dou f by dou z means it is xy square and minus 2z. So since only one point is given, that one point you are applicable for both. Suppose different points ganaka iste first daniki okati second daniki okati ani chestaru. Ikkada manaku okate point icharu kabatti better you write down that point here at 1 minus 2 1 you are getting gradient of f. So directly I am substituting I y square z. Y square means 4. 4 into z ante 4. 4 minus 3 and plus j. కొంచెం సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేటప్పుడు జాగ్రత్తగా చూడాలమ్మా. 2xyz అంటే -4 అవుతుంది ప్లస్ k xy square అంటే 4 అండ్ -2. సో ఏమవుతుంది డైరెక్ట్ గా సింప్లిఫికేషన్ చేస్తే you are getting I minus 4j and plus 2k. Is it correct? I minus 4j plus 2k.
Yes.
So for this vector, now you are calculating unit vector, which is denoted by E bar. So what is the procedure to get your unit vector? Very simple. You write down that vector as it is. So it is I minus 4j plus 2k. Total it is divided by, you are just taking square root of sum of the squares of the coefficients 1 plus 16 plus 4. So directly now this is I minus 4j plus 2k. Total it is divided by root 21. Right, it is over. So till now we calculated unit vector and here it is scalar. So therefore now I am getting directional derivative as per the principle E bar dot multiplied by gradient of the given scalar. So gradient of the given scalar means scalar is denoted by g there. So it is unit vector means I minus 4j plus 2k divided by root 21. It has to be dot product with gradient of g. So what is the gradient of g value we have calculated? It is 348i. So that you are writing it is 348 into I minus 144j and plus 400k. Just you are substituting that value. Now you take the dot product between those two. It's only a lengthy process, but it is simplest thing is nothing but you are using the same procedure. So 1 divided by root 21. Now directly I'm making the multiplication I to I so that you are getting 348. Similarly j to j minus is there plus 4 into 144. 4 into 144 means 576. Right, 576. Similarly k to k totally you are getting 800. So finally you just add it. What is the answer you are getting? 1724 divided by root 21. Is it correct? Correct,
Yes,
Amma?
sir.
Oh, so this is your directional derivative corresponding to the given function. The problem is here, instead of giving directly the scalar in order to calculate the directional derivative, they have given del dot del phi, where phi is already given. So first you are making the simplification of this del dot del phi. After getting that scalar, now in order to get another vector, you are using the second one scalar function to convert into vector. So with this, you are getting the final answer. So write down in the notes. If any problem is there, you just speak out. Your concentration is more important in order to do the problems. While substituting the points also, a little bit of simplification is required. Remember, in your given problem, if only one point is there, that point is substituted for both. And if two different points, then better you are using separate as per your last class. Is it okay? Shall I go to the next one or you are writing?
No, sir, it's clear. You can proceed.
Right. So I'm just taking, instead of taking a next problem, just you write down note. So I'm just giving you one important note. Note number 1. Note 1. This is one important note I'm giving you. And again, depending on this note, again, we need to enter into the problems. So note number 1, it is naam of naam, or sometimes you can also call it as mod as per your class. Naam of unit vector. Naam of unit vector is always equal to 1. That is, either you can write 2 lines E bar, or you can just write only modulus of E bar, that is equal to 1. అంటే ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ యూనిట్ వెక్టార్కి మీరు నామ్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేశారనుకోండి, డెఫినెట్గా 1 అవుతుంది. మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్ అనిపిస్తే నేను ఒక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్తాను. యూ టేక్ ఎనీ టైప్ ఆఫ్ వెక్టార్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ హియర్ ఆర్ బార్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ వెక్టార్ డినోటెడ్ బై xi plus yj plus zk. Is it vector or scalar? Vector. It's vector. So
Sir.
for this vector, you are calculating unit vector E bar, means xi plus yj plus zk. This is totally divided by, what will be the procedure? It is square root of x square plus y square plus z square plus z square. So just to do the simplification, this is nothing but your E bar. So for this E bar, again you are calculating naam of E bar. Actually, the naam of E bar means just you are writing the naam of. So what about this? Xi plus yj plus zk, it is totally divided by under root of x square plus y square plus z square. So for this calculated unit vector, once again you are calculating the naam. Remember, naam is calculated only for the vector. Here numerator is vector and the denominator is nothing but it is a constant. So that you can take it outside under root of x square plus y square plus z square. That you are taking it out of the naam. So numerator, for this you are calculating the naam. The meaning of naam is under root of, again, squares of the coefficients, x square plus y square plus z square. So on cancellation, directly you are getting the answer is 1. So whatever may be the vector they are giving, the naam of unit vector is always equal to 1. That you keep in your mind. Naam of unit vector is 1. You just write down it as note number 1. Note 1. I give you one more also. అంటే మీకు ఏ వెక్టార్ ఇచ్చినా కానీ దాన్ని యూనిట్ వెక్టార్ కన్వర్ట్ చేసి యూనిట్ వెక్టార్కి కనుక నామ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తే, అంటే మాడ్యులస్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తే, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్వేస్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1. నెక్స్ట్ నెంబర్ 2. Second note. The greatest, or sometimes you can call it as maximum. The greatest or maximum value of directional derivative, the maximum or greatest value of directional derivative is given by, we are going to use a formula to find out the greatest value or maximum value. It is nothing but modulus of directional derivative. So for your calculated directional derivative, just you apply modulus, or you can say that naam. The meaning of this is modulus of directional derivative means it is calculated E bar dot, it is gradient. So E bar dot gradient of some scalar. So if you expand this modulus, modulus of E bar dot modulus of gradient of phi. So this is equal to, what is modulus of unit vector? Just now we have taken its value is 1. So 1 into modulus of gradient of phi. So finally you are getting only modulus of gradient of phi. So this is nothing but the greatest value or maximum value of directional derivative. Remember, whenever they are asking in the problem greatest value or maximum value of directional derivative, in that case directly you calculate only gradient for the given scalar and you find out the modulus. You need not calculate unit vector for that. Without calculating the unit vector, you can find out the greatest value or maximum value of the directional derivative. Okay, so I just give you a problem based on that so that you can understand your concerned topic. So I'm taking the first problem. Find the greatest value. Find the greatest value of the directional derivative directional derivative of they have given an expression, it is x square y z cube, x square y z cube at the point is given, it is 2 1 minus 1. So asking to calculate greatest value. They are not asking only the directional derivative, greatest value of directional derivative. So in order to calculate that one, what they have given, is it vector or scalar they have given? They have given directional derivative of a scalar. So that scalar I am denoting with let some phi, it is equal to x square y z cube. This I am denoting here. So first you are calculating directional derivative for this. Directional derivative means you need not go for unit vector, just you are calculating only gradient of phi. Gradient of phi means del phi, the definition I dou phi by dou x plus j dou phi by dou y plus k dou phi by dou z. So directly this is I dou phi by dou x, differentiation with respect to x. So 2x y z cube. Similarly plus j dou phi by dou y, you are getting x square z cube plus k dou phi by dou z, you are getting 3 x square y z square. So this is about your differentiation. Now you are using a point, that point is given at the point 2 1 minus 1. You calculate gradient of that phi. So it is equal to I directly, x value 2, y value 1, z value minus 1. So 2 into 2 4, it is 1 4 minus, so it is minus 4, is it correct? Plus j x square z cube,
Yes,
x square minus 4 here also, plus k, you just look onto the simplification, 3x square అంటే 4, ఇవన్నీ y z square, 4 3s అంటే 12, కరెక్ట్ అయినా చూడండి ఒకసారి, అన్న ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది అక్కడ. సో minus 4i minus 4j plus 12k. This is nothing but your gradient of phi value. Now we need to go for directional derivative. Don't use your directional derivative formula. So as per your note number 2, therefore directly you can write down. Therefore the greatest value of directional derivative, this is equal to, just you write down modulus of gradient. No need of calculating your unit vector. This is modulus of, what is the gradient of phi we have calculated? Minus 4i minus 4j plus 12k. How to calculate the modulus for this vector? Modulus is nothing but it is square root of squares of the coefficients. 16 plus 16 plus 144. So directly it is 150, 160, ఎంతమ్మా 150, 160, 176. Is it correct? Root 176. Are you there?
196.
Okay. So whenever they are asking greatest value or maximum value, don't go for any unit vector. Just you find out the gradient of that given scalar, find out the modulus. That gives you our answer. Is it okay?
Okay, sir. Clear.
Right. Shall I take the next one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Find the second problem. Find the maximum of directional derivative of it is x y square z cube. I think it is different from your previous problem, right? X y square z cube at the point is given -1, 1 and 2. Can you find out this answer? Shall I say Ijat ka sawal? Shall I speak out Ijat ka sawal now? Asking to find out the maximum value. That means first the given scalar you denote with some symbol, either it is f or phi. Then find out the gradient and substitute that point. So greatest value or maximum value, which is nothing but modulus of that calculated value. So directly you will get the answer. You give me the answer. What about the final answer? Same steps. ఏమొస్తుందో చెప్పండి. What is the answer? Are you doing the problem?
Yes, sir. This may be given in the short answers type so that very easy to calculate a maximum or greatest value. Only the thing is nothing but you are calculating the gradient for the given scalar. So whenever they ask maximum or greatest value, don't go for any unit vector because only they are giving one function. It is a scalar. మళ్ళీ మీరు యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ అంటే చెప్పమ్మా.
Root 464, sir.
Right, correct amma. So right answer, it is square root of 464. Good. So write down one more important note. Just note one more. Note and rasesi. Sometimes the unit vector is also called as దీన్ని ఇంకో రకంగా కూడా పిలుస్తారమ్మా. It is unit normal vector అంటారు. యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టర్. కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కావద్దు. అంటే యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ అన్నా యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టర్ అన్నా రెండు ఒకటే. సో మిమ్మల్ని కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేయడానికి వాళ్ళు అలా అడుగుతారు. సో యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ is also called as unit normal vector. So based on that I just give you a problem. So find a unit normal vector
find a unit. They are not asking directional derivative. Find a unit normal vector to the surface. So they have given an expression x square y plus 2xz equal to 4 at the point is given 2, -2, 3. So simply they are asking to find out unit normal vector. What do you mean by unit normal vector? Indirectly you are calculating unit vector. So unit vector find out cheyali ante we need one more vector there. When a vector is available, then only you can calculate a unit vector. Look on to the given problem. Is there any vector in the given statement? Any vector in the given statement?
No, sir.
No. Is it vector or scalar? This is nothing but a scalar.
Scalar.
So when a scalar is given, but in order to get a vector, first you write down let phi equal to, that is a scalar, x square y plus 2xz, that I am taking to the left side -4. So to get a vector, to get a vector, directly you are calculating the gradient. That is the only one alternate chance. To get a vector, consider I am just calculating gradient of phi, which is nothing but del phi. Meaning is I dou phi by dou x plus j dou phi by dou y plus k, it is dou phi by dou z. So you just write down its simplification. I dou phi by dou x with respect to x variable. So it becomes 2xy and plus 2z as per your function plus j dou phi by dou y only x square and plus k dou phi by dou z, you will be having only 2x. So point is given. So therefore at the point, that point is nothing but 2 -2 3. So you are calculating gradient of phi. So what is gradient of phi at the point I? X value 2, y value -2, z value 3. 2xy means -8, 2z plus 6. ఒకసారి చూడండి అమ్మా, చెక్ చేయండి. ప్లస్ j x square అంటే 4 plus k 2x, it becomes 4. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So -2i plus 4j plus 4k. So finally, for the given scalar, you are getting a vector. So once a vector is already available, therefore you are calculating E bar. This is nothing but unit vector. It is also called as unit normal vector. ఎట్లా అన్నా అనుకోవచ్చమ్మా. Unit vector, or you can say that unit normal vector. What is the procedure to get the unit vector? The vector you are writing as it is, same as it is, -2i plus 4j plus 4k divided by norm of that vector, which is nothing but square root of 4 plus 16 plus 16. So you are getting the answer -2i plus 4j plus 4k divided by, so 32 plus 4 36. 36 అంటే ఏమొస్తుందమ్మా ఆన్సర్? 6 రాయొచ్చు కదా. మీకు ఇంకా ఏమైనా సింప్లిఫై చేయాలంటే 2 కామన్ తీసేస్తే -i plus 2j plus 2k, this value divided by 3 అవుతుంది. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ యువర్ యూనిట్ వెక్టర్. అంటే ప్రాబ్లం వాళ్ళు యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ అని అడగకుండా యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టర్ అని అడుగుతారు. సో ఎనీహౌ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ద సేమ్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద యూనిట్ వెక్టర్, ఆర్ యూ కెన్ సే దట్ యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టర్. Are you writing in the notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Only girls are speaking here. What about the boys? Is it only for girls, Tribly? Any boys? బాబు ఎవరు లేరా మన దాంట్లో బాయ్స్? No one. All girls. Is it correct? All are girls. Shall I take the next problem now? Find a unit.
Yes, sir.
Find a unit normal vector. నిజంగా బాయ్స్ లేరమ్మా?
ఉన్నారు సార్.
ఉన్నారా? మరి ఎవరేం మాట్లాడట్లేదు అసలు. జాయిన్ కాలేదా ఏంది బాయ్స్ అక్కడ? Find a unit normal vector to the surface. So they have given one expression x square plus y square plus 2z square, that is equal to 26 at the point is given 2, 2, 3. So just we find out now unit normal vector. That means indirectly you are calculating unit vector. చెప్పండి ఆన్సర్ ఏమొస్తుందో. Just for the given scalar function, you denote with some phi, because in order to get the unit vector, you need to get a vector. So that scalar you are converting into vector by applying a gradient. So once vector is available, you can find out the unit vector. బాబు బాయ్స్ ఉన్నారా? అందరు అమ్మాయిలే చేస్తున్నారు కదా, మనం ఏం చేయట్లేదు.
Sir, 4i
4i plus
plus
4j
4j
plus 12
plus 12k by root 176.
by under root 176.
Okay. So your answer 4i plus 4j plus 12k. Is it correct? Divided by
Yes,
under
sir.
root of 176. Okay,
Yes,
right.
sir.
ఇంకొకటి అట్లాగే అదే జోస్లో చేసేయండి ఇంకొక ప్రాబ్లం, ఎందుకంటే ఇవి అడిగే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఫైండ్ ఏ యూనిట్ నార్మల్ to the surface x cube plus y cube plus 3xyz equal to 3 at the point. If no point is given, directly you can leave as it is, 1, 2, -1. ఒకసారి దీన్ని చేసి చూడండి. సేమ్ ఆన్సర్ చెప్పాలా?
minus 3i plus 9j plus 6k by root 126.
రూట్ 126. దాంట్లో నుంచి ఏమైనా కామన్ తీసి క్యాన్సిల్ చేయొచ్చమ్మా?
Yes.
నేను రాసిన ఆన్సర్ ఇదే వస్తుందా చూడండి.
Yes sir, 3 common చేయొచ్చు.
ఓకే, అట్లాగే డినామినేటర్ నుంచి కూడా ఏమైనా కామన్ తీసేటట్టు ఉంటే ఓకేనా? సేమ్ ఆన్సరా? minus I plus 3j plus 2k divided by root 14. ఓకే కదమ్మా?
Yes sir.
Okay. Now you write down one more note. This is the last note in your gradient note. నోట్ అని చెప్పేసి మళ్ళీ దాని మీద మనం కొన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అన్నట్టు అట్లా మీకు ఐడియా అంటే టెన్షన్ పడకుండా ఉండడానికి. సో నోట్ ద యాంగిల్ బిట్వీన్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ నోట్ ద యాంగిల్ బిట్వీన్ the normals is given by, you are calculating the angle between two normal vectors is given by cos theta, that is equal to, we have a formula, it is n1 dot n2 divided by modulus of n1 dot modulus of n2. So this is the procedure. I think you completed in your intermediate level, like if A and B are any two vectors, its angle can be calculated by A dot B divided by modulus of A into modulus of B. The same procedure, instead of going for direct A and B, they have given normal vectors. N1 and N2 are nothing but normal vectors, where N1 and N2 are నార్మల్ వెక్టార్స్. సో మనకి ఏం చేస్తారు అంటే ఒక రెండు వెక్టార్స్ ఇచ్చేసి, నార్మల్ వెక్టార్స్ అంటే ఇక్కడ గుర్తుంచుకోండి, ఊరికే వెక్టార్ ఇవ్వగానే నార్మల్ కాదు అది. సో వెక్టార్ని యు ఆర్ కన్వర్టింగ్ ఇంటూ నార్మల్. హౌ టు కన్వర్ట్ ఇంటూ నార్మల్ వెక్టార్? యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టార్. సో యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టార్, ఆర్ యూ కెన్ సే దట్ యూనిట్ వెక్టార్. వాట్ ఎవర్ మే బి ద వెక్టార్స్ దే ఆర్ గివింగ్, యూ జస్ట్ కన్వర్ట్ ఇంటూ యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టార్. Once you get those two unit normal vectors, you can directly substitute in the formula in order to get your answer. That is the angle between the two unit normal vectors. So for this, of course, it takes a little bit of time in order to complete the problems that we take in the next class. Just ఈ ఫార్ములా ఒకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. యూనిట్ నార్మల్ వెక్టార్స్ అన్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఆల్రెడీ ఏవైతే ఇస్తున్నారో దానికి యూనిట్ నార్మల్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసి you are substituting in the formula that we take in the next class. Today I am going to stop the class. So totally today I got here 23 students. Shall I